Welcome to the video on exploratory data analysis. In this video, we will introduce the concept of EDA. Before we proceed, let us look at conversation between two colleagues. John, I am not going to work in machine learning. Why should I learn exploratory data analysis then? Well, exploratory data analysis is not just for machine learning. It is a required skill for storytelling and building useful dashboards as well. This quote from Ronald Coase is true when it comes to exploratory data analysis. The more you torture the data, the more it will start confessing to anything. In statistics, exploratory data analysis or EDA is an approach to analyzing data sets to summarize their main characteristics, often with visual methods. Many data scientists perform EDA to understand the relationships between different variables in their data, and also to identify any data quality issues. These two are very critical and considered as one of the data pre-processing steps while building machine learning or deep learning models. There is a wide conception that EDA is performed only while building the machine learning models. Actually, in reality, this is not the case. EDA can be performed for many other reasons. The main objective of doing EDA is data discovery. You get to know interesting and non-intuitive information about your data. This helps many data scientists or analysts to tell compelling stories from their analysis, based on which many business intelligence dashboards are developed. These dashboards help business stakeholders to take data-backed strategic decisions. Ask questions, multiple questions, different questions. This is a very important skill that you need to have to do a powerful exploratory data analysis. Keep asking questions like, why am I doing this analysis? What am I trying to achieve? And for whom I am doing this analysis? Let's look at two problem statements in which EDA could be very helpful. The first problem statement is to build a machine learning model to predict what is the probability of an employee leaving an organization. There could be many parameters that could influence the attrition of an employee. It could be a salary or percentage of hike in the last appraisal cycle. It could be due to work-life balance or peer pressure. The employee might be upset and dissatisfied with the organization's culture. We never know. The scenarios could change the company to company. We could do EDA to identify these influencing factors which are critical to building a machine learning model. In problem statement 2, we want to identify what are the parameters which are influencing the increase or decrease in revenue. The fall in revenue could be not because of all the products, but due to the few important strategic products. So instead of focusing on all the products, the company could focus only on those important ones, or it could be that specific customer segment didn't like any of the products due to which the sales are dipping. At times, in certain demographic areas, various regional or political issues could directly influence the sales of the product. Or many customers are not happy with the quality of certain products, which will directly influence the sales of all the products. We never know. Again, the scenarios will change from business to business. Here, the objective is not to build a machine learning model to predict sales. The objective is to merely understand where the company is doing good so that the same strategies could be replicated all across to identify where the company is doing bad so that strong penalty could be enforced or strategies could be altered. Before you start performing exploratory data analysis, identify the parameter in your data which is of most importance to you. The one which is of focus to you becomes our key point indicator, also known as KPI. In the first problem statement, the parameter attrition, that is whether an employee left the organization or not, will be our KPI. In the second problem statement, the parameter sales or revenue will be our KPI. To understand what influences our KPI, there are many EDA techniques one could use. Here, we will look at a few important ones. We will always start with descriptive statistics to understand some meta information about our data. Information like data size, source, format, etc. will be very useful to choose the right tool for doing analysis. We will also identify different data types and summary points of each column. After that, depending upon our KPI, we choose analysis like Pareto analysis, which is useful to identify vital few which influences our KPI. If our KPI is numerical like sales, profit, etc., we can do a distribution analysis to understand how our KPI is distributed across different segments. We can do an outlier analysis to understand the linear relationship between numerical variables. If you have past data, we can do trending analysis to understand how the KPI is changing across time. We can also do geographical analysis to understand how KPIs are distributed across different locations. In this module, we will focus on the analysis, but keep in mind, this is not an exhaustive list of techniques. There are many more analyses which typically perform to understand the data. Thank you for joining us in this video. See you in the next one.